Y'all, let me do this whole thing over again because I'm telling you, every damn night I do something different on here. Let me start this over. I wasn't even on live. Huh. All right, y'all. I had to do this over again because I did not realize I was not on live when I first started talking. But anyway, y'all, happy and blessed Wednesday. I hope you guys had a great day. Thank you for tuning in to Shades 2. Don't forget to thumbs up this video, to subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. Also, if you're watching this in the replay, please leave a comment and more importantly, subscribe and thumbs up. Thank you guys for tuning in tonight, okay, or this morning, or whenever you watch this video. Welcome to all my new subbies, and thank you to all my subbies that's been with me from day one or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate each and every one of you guys, and thank you. All right. So tonight, guys, we are going to be watching a short video. It's only like 15 minutes long of top 10 dumbest criminals, and then we're going to talk about some signs that will let you guys know, you women know, that this man does not want other men to have you. And we will go over some recent news. Okay? So I'm going to wait for a minute and let people come in. Regardless of somebody coming in, I'm still going to do this live. All right? So let's wait for a few minutes. And then we're going to go ahead and start off with this live. All right? Let's see here. Okay, y'all, let me turn this off right here. We're not going to play the whole song. All right, guys. So we are getting ready to go down here and watch the top 10 dumbest criminals that you could ever see. And I did watch this before, and I was laughing. So we're going to watch this real quick because people do some weird stuff, okay, and be doing weird things. So we're going to check that out first, and then we get through with this video, which is only like 15 minutes or so, maybe 12 minutes because I cut it down some. And then we're going to talk about our other topic and go over some little news. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this real quick. Don't forget the thumbs up. Keep it respectful. If any trolls come in here, we're going to block you really fast. Okay, I mean really fast. Hey, love, always. And hey, Missy, too, and everybody else in the bushes. All right, so let's go ahead and do this real quick. Y'all ready? Let's get started. Wait a minute. Let me turn that music off first. All right. I hope y'all had a good time. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get ready to start watching this. Y'all ready? Y'all, don't forget to go subscribe to watchmojo.com channel. Subscribe to their channel and thumbs up the videos. All right? Let's go ahead and watch this.
Man has been sentenced to 15 years in prison for violating his probation by trying to break into the Brevard County Jail.
For this list, we're looking at people who attempted to commit a crime, but failed miserably in the process. Number 10, Dennis Hawkins.
Let's go, pal! I'm making a withdrawal here.
Wearing a disguise is great for concealing one's identity if one is going to commit a crime.
I need everybody's Blackberries. Everybody on the floor, find your Blackberries up front.
Someone should have told Dennis Hawkins that in order for a disguise to work, however, it has to be somewhat believable. Hawkins apparently missed that memo as he attempted to rob a bank wearing clown pants with a pair of fake breasts and a blonde wig.
Therapy for me, I think when the
Not only did he fail to cover his face, which still had a goatee and mustache, but the disguise also attracted attention, and the police easily apprehended him.
You're all stupid. See, they're going to be looking for army guys.
Number 9, Daniel Glenn.
Wait a minute, guys. Did he actually think that was a disguise? I'm trying not to laugh because I'm like, He just got on a wig. He still looked like himself and some fake breasts. What the hell? Let's go to the next one.
I need you to arrest me.
It's important to be prepared, especially if you're going to rob a store. It is possible to be too prepared, though, which is exactly what happened to Daniel Glenn, who inexplicably decided to call ahead to ask the store how much cash was in the register. Imagine how that conversation went. Hello, I'd like to place a takeout order for all the money. Can I get fries with that? Confused and slightly alarmed, the store owner immediately called the police, who arrested Glenn on his way to the store.
You're under arrest! You gotta be joking me. Kidding me now. Hey!
That's dumb as shit. Okay, why would you call a daggone store and ask, or the bank or wherever he called, and ask somebody how much money they got in the cash register, and then think you can actually come up there and proceed to rob the place? You know they're gonna call the police. That's stupid. Some of these criminals are definitely insane. Okay, that's crazy. Who does that? Damn, he might as well call the police himself.
Number 8. Albert Bailey.
Police in Connecticut say they had ample warning of a bank robbery because the two suspects called the bank ahead of time, telling an employee to get a bag of money ready.
We're going to say this now. If you're planning on robbing a store or bank, don't call ahead and ask them suspicious questions or warn them you're coming.
Everybody freeze! Get on the floor now! Right now!
Again, why would anyone attempting to rob anything call and warn a person that they're coming? You can't tell me these people are thinking. Okay, you can't tell me they are thinking, because who does that?
Seemingly inspired by our previous entry, Albert Bailey called the bank and told them he was coming to rob them so that they would have the money ready for him when he got there. He even had an accomplice enter the bank with a note informing the tellers who Bailey was.
This is weird.
Obviously, the tellers had called the police, who apprehended Bailey immediately.
And they should.
Radio, spread your shit! Pussies on the pavement, fellas! Come on!
Number 7. Christian Bala.
He was being presented as a famous traveler, photographer, intellectual, maniac, and murderer.
To commit a crime, you have to be slightly arrogant. If you get away with the crime, this arrogance can increase to the point where you feel untouchable. After murdering Dariusz Janisewski in 2000, Polish author Christian Bala wrote a novel titled Amok, which featured an eerily similar murder and details of the case only the murderer himself could have been privy to. Police uncovered clues relating to the murder, most of which came from the novel, eventually arresting and charging Bala. To their shock, they discovered on his computers plans to kill another person to tie in with the next novel he was planning to write.
He must be, I don't know, an idiot.
Number 6. Eloise D. Reeves.
This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs.
Buying drugs is an art, because you don't have the option to exchange or refund your purchase if you don't like the product you get.
What you need? One, please. One what?
Are you sick of having issues with your webinars, wasting tons of time on troubleshooting
with
attendees?
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
One rock of
One crack.
A crack rock.
Apparently, no one told this to Eloise Reeves, who had the gall to go to the police to complain about the quality of the crack cocaine she had just bought.
Y'all, I remember hearing about that stupid lady, okay? I mean, come on now. Why would you call the police about some illegal drugs? I mean, some of these people are plainly stupid, okay? Forget the dumb. Okay, that's stupid. Why would you call the police about something illegal? That's dumb.
She reportedly pulled the crack rock from her mouth and placed it on the cop car for the deputy to inspect. She was charged with the possession of cocaine and fined roughly $1,500.
Are you guys holding? Holding what? Damn it.
Diary. Tomorrow, my stress level goes to 11 as I review the Royal Guard. The whole court will be watching troops.
People have busy lives, and sometimes the only way to keep track of important events and dates is by keeping a diary.
Dear Diary, Lady is having a slumber party tomorrow, but Dad says I can't go. He lets me out after sunset.
It might be a good idea to leave out any planned criminal activity, however. This seemingly never registered with Jonathan Ochoa, who on June 12, 2010 wrote, "Go Portsmouth, robbery happens," in his diary.
Your diary proved very interesting to read.
That's stupid.
You read my journal?
The police were able to link him to the robbery as the getaway driver, and when confronted, Ochoa attempted to blame it entirely on his buddy.
Arrest him. It's his fault. There is plenty of fault to be passed around.
Number 4, Mark Smith.
I nod off. I wake up in strange places. I have no idea how I got there.
You need lighten up.
We aren't sure if there's a criminal handbook, but we have to guess that falling asleep in the house you're robbing has to be high on things not to do.
That's
Mark
crazy.
Smith must not have read that page. Smith decided to take a quick nap under his victim's bed, drunk on vodka and high on Valium, only to be discovered by the homeowner, who immediately called the police.
Babies don't sleep this well.
We've heard of cat burglars before, but Smith seems to associate more with cat nappers.
Smith was dumb as shit.
What's the game then?
No, Smith was dumb as shit. Because let me tell you something. Why are you robbing the house, right? And then you decide to take a damn nap underneath the bed. First of all, being high and trying to rob something, you asking for trouble anyway. And then you have the nerve to fall asleep in somebody else's place that you're robbing. That's crazy, y'all. That's color.
Where am I? What's going on?
Number 3, Derek Mosley. So we know you're not supposed to bring a knife to a gunfight, but what about a baseball bat? This is exactly what Derek Mosley did, as he tried to rob a gun shop and steal a firearm, equipped only with a baseball bat and knife.
How am I supposed to strike fear into the hearts of the wicked with this thing? Look at this. Well, then, don't use a gun.
Of course, the manager pulled out his own gun and held Mosley until the police arrived. You've imagined that the manager of a gun store possessed his own gun. Will wonders never cease? Number 2, Ruben Zarate.
Open the safe, Pops. Open the goddamn safe!
Deciding to rob a muffler shop, Ruben Zarate brought a gun and demanded the money, only to discover that the money was in the safe that could only be opened by the absent store manager. He decided it'd be a good idea to leave his numbers with the store employee so they could call him when the manager returned.
Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy, but here's my number, so call me maybe.
Of course, they called police, who set up a trap for Zarate and arrested him. We're just surprised Zarate didn't leave his name, address, and social security number too. Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are a few honorable, or in this case, dishonorable mentions.
Wow. A $360 million check? That's stupid. Idiots, man.
Number 1, unnamed moron.
9659.
Committing a crime is a stressful endeavor, and mistakes do happen. If there's one thing all robbers should remember, however, it's that your gun is your most valuable asset. This particular robber seemed to forget that fact, as he attempted to rob the Halifax Bank in London.
Hey, what the hell?
Put the money in the bag.
Demanding the teller fill the bag with money, he accidentally gave his gun to the teller instead of the bag. After a brief moment of confusion, the bank worker retreated, forcing the robber to flee. At least he managed to escape with a bank employee's bicycle, and so we still don't know his name.
If you don't come out of there, I'm gonna have to drag you out.
Y'all, that's dumb as shit. Why would you rob a bank and then lay your gun up on the counter, right? And let it, so the day you're robbed to grab it. You know what? He better be glad that he wasn't in USA, because I already know. Do anybody care? Okay, do anybody care about this right here? Do anybody care? Okay. Boy, go find something to do for real, okay? Because you clearly are bored. Okay. The African Nigerians are watching too. Okay. As I was saying, y'all, why would you do that weird stuff? You know what I'm saying? Why would you lay your gun up on the counter if you're trying to rob somebody? Like, they're not going to get there. And like I was saying, if he was in USA, he probably would have been shot. Okay, because good and damn well, we're not gonna just grab a gun and just run after you. Let's keep it real. And you're trying to rob somebody. What y'all think about those videos, those criminals? Let me turn this TV all the way down so it won't pick it up. I forgot to turn it down. Okay, let's see what else we can pull up real quick because that was real short. Let's see if we can see any more dum-dums robbing places and doing crimes and just absolutely doing weird stuff. That's crazy. Let me block this bitch out of here. I want to see this bullshit. Let's go ahead and find another one, y'all. Hold on, let's see. Damn, people are crazy, man. How are you robbing banks and stuff and just putting a gun up there? You know what I'm saying? I want to find another short one real quick because that one was real quick. Selling tickets. I remember this right here. Selling tickets to heaven. That is weird. These people are weird. With strangest arrest. Let's see. Let's do this one. This is very strange.
Learning without school is so fun.
We're going to mute this real quick because I'm going to block. I'm going to just go ahead and bypass this mess. Let's go ahead and go up here. This is really funny. Okay, y'all ready? So go to World List and subscribe to their channel as well, y'all, if you want to.
A tattoo in the middle of a McDonald's restaurant. Oh yes, this is really a thing that happened. It makes you wonder what people are thinking. Even more shocking is that somebody posted a video of it happening, which is the only reason the cops got involved at all. The tattoo artist who was brave enough to give an underage child ink in the middle of a McDonald's is Brandon Prescia, 28 years old. He's not only facing charges for tattooing a minor, but also for tattooing without a license. But if you thought that a person willing to tattoo a baby was a wholesome person who just made a mistake, think again. As it happens, Brandon was already on probation for assault and battery. He got sentenced back in December to spend 3 years in jail, but the sentence was reduced to 2 years of probation. Unfortunately for Brandon, the illegal tattoo almost certainly violates his probation. So he's probably going back to jail for that full 3 years.
That's stupid.
Number 9, the baby man.
Your dumb butt know that you are on probation, right? Why would you be going out there doing stupid stuff? You would think that one would lay low, right, and just be trying to do everything right. Why would you go do something so dumb? And then you right inside of McDonald's doing a tattoo on a minor? What the heck is wrong with these people? What do they be thinking?
Man who looks like a baby and has numerous strange tattoos on his face was recently stopped in Two Rivers, Wisconsin, and booked on his 5th DUI. You wouldn't believe it by looking at the photos, but this guy is actually 29 years old. Somehow he looks both 10 and 50 with a receding hairline and a baby face. His name is Corey P. Smits, and he was placed on probation for 3 years by Judge Patrick Willis. Maybe he took pity on the baby man and didn't give him any jail time. Considering this is his 5th DUI, a bit of probation probably isn't going to stop him from drinking and driving in the future. Honestly, he should probably be sent to prison for repeatedly endangering other people's lives. Police stopped him in the first place because he was swerving through a residential area. When the officers pulled him over, they found Corey had bloodshot eyes, he could barely walk, and he reeked of alcohol.
Wow.
And to make matters worse for himself, the baby man then became belligerent and needed to be pepper sprayed when he lashed out at the officers.
What?
That must have been a weird scene. The officers trying to arrest an aggressive baby-faced man with tattoos. Number 8, Redneck Rave. In Kentucky, a country music festival turned into a nightmare when the Edmonson County authorities had to descend on the Redneck Rave and arrest 14 people, with an additional 48 people being charged from 5 different states for various crimes. There was throat slashing, the use of drugs like crystal meth, and a whole lot of active warrants among the partygoers. The very first vehicle that police stopped going into the music festival contained both meth and marijuana, as well as an open bottle of alcohol. By the time the Redneck Rave ended after 5 days of crazy partying, one man had been impaled, a woman had been strangled almost to the point of death, and somebody had gotten their throat slit open.
Wow.
That's right. These are punishments that seem straight out of a medieval jousting match. But it's true, they actually happened, and in the United States. Apparently, this is just the kind of thing that happens at Kentucky music festivals. The event was organized by the country rapper Justin Time, and no surprise, it was held at an off-road park. Tens of thousands of people showed up, there was a demolition derby, some concerts, and even a football game. The individual who cut their friend's throat open is still at large. Oh yeah, and somebody even lost a part of their finger. Should an event like this be legal? Should the police work to stop it from happening next time it's planned? What do you think? Tell us your ideas in the comments down below. Then remember to subscribe to World List if you haven't already for more intense videos just like this one. Number 7. Holly Boob. 6 people were arrested by police in Los Angeles for messing with the famous Hollywood sign.
Oh, I
The
remember
prank
this.
involved changing the W and D on the sign so that they looked like the letter B. This turned the sign from Hollywood into Holly Boob. And while some people might think this is hilarious, the Los Angeles Police Department did not. According to the LA Times, 5 men and 1 woman were responsible for the prank, which they claim was to raise awareness for breast cancer. Also, the woman involved was Julia Rose, founder of the adult magazine Shag Mag, who wanted to get the attention of Instagram boss Adam Mosseri. Julia's angry because Instagram suspended her pages because of nudity, even though they hadn't suspended Playboy's Instagram pages when they were showing essentially the same thing. But in the end, nobody got through to any Instagram executives and the whole group was arrested. To be fair, this seems like a pretty harmless prank to raise awareness in my opinion, but what do you think? Number 6. Upset about tomatoes. A Florida woman has been arrested because of an angry outburst in a Burger King restaurant. According to the police, they were called to the Burger King at around 6 p.m. because a 77-year-old woman was upset over how thick her tomatoes were. In response to the unsatisfactory tomatoes, the woman threw her burger at the restaurant employee and called him a racial slur. Officers responded to the call and arrested Judith Ann Black just after she peeled away with her husband in a Ram pickup truck. Thankfully, surveillance video managed to get the license plate on the pickup, which the police used to track her down. They then matched her driver's license photo to the video from inside the restaurant. Ann may have gotten away with a warning if it hadn't been for the racial slur. Police said that the verbal prejudice actually enhanced the misdemeanor charge to a felony charge. This angry woman could now be facing jail time, and all over some tomato slices. Number 5. Stealing
As she should be.
a gator. And yes, just in the nick of time, here's a story about another crazy person from Florida. This time, a man has been accused of stealing an alligator from a golf course and then later trying to flood his holding cell. The crazy man's name is William Hodge, and he did more than just steal the alligator. He took it from a miniature golf course, swung it around by its tail, and tried to throw it onto the roof of a building. When questioned by the police, William said he was doing it to teach the reptile a lesson. He neglected to mention what lesson that was exactly, but it was a pretty nasty scene of animal cruelty. Once William was taken into a holding cell, he filled the toilet with paper so that it flooded and drained onto the floor, threatening to flood the entire station. That's right, he was already in jail, and then he thought it would be a good idea to try to cause damage to the police station. He was ultimately charged with animal cruelty, injuring an alligator, burglary, and criminal mischief. As for the unfortunate alligator, it's since been returned to its home at Congo River Golf. Number 4. Mean review. A woman was arrested in Australia and ordered by the Supreme Court to pay over $370,000 in damages for posting a review on Google. Did you even think that was possible? A fine for a fraudulent, nasty review. How about that? Cynthia Emisides went to get some surgery done on her nose and cheeks by the cosmetic plastic surgeon Dr. Karush Tavakoli. After the operation, Cynthia lied to her husband by telling him that the doctor had not completed one of the procedures. She then complained in a Google review that the doctor had not performed the operation as he should have when she knew this was a lie. Court documents claim that within just 1 week of the negative review going up, the doctor's traffic dropped by 23%. No one knows exactly why the woman first lied to her husband, but she probably made the fake review to keep up the original lie. It ended up costing her almost $400,000, as she was ordered to pay the doctor in damages for defamation. In other words, don't leave reviews on Google if they aren't true. Number 3. Voting illegally. Here's a criminal who was actually a hero. This is one arrest that was part of a historically significant event, and nowadays people look back on it as one of the many times that a person stood up for their rights in the face of an unjust law. Susan B. Anthony voted in the 1872 presidential election. She did this in her hometown of Rochester, New York. Before voting, Susan had spent 50 years of her life dedicated to women's suffrage, their right to vote. When she cast her ballot, she knew she was going to be in some seriously hot water. She was only able to do it thanks to 3 male accomplices who registered her as a voter and accepted her ballot on Election Day. Almost immediately after she voted, police arrested her, they indicted her, they gave her a trial, and they convicted her of voting illegally. During the court hearing, Susan described the situation as the greatest judicial outrage history has ever recorded. The men in the courtroom didn't really care, and they sentenced her to pay a hefty fine of $100. Women being unable to vote continued after Susan for another 50 years. It wasn't until August 18, 1920 that the 19th Amendment became part of the Constitution, giving both men and women the right to vote for their leaders. This was exactly 101 years before today. Number 2. Farting with intent. This guy is no hero, but some people might think he deserves an award at least. An Austrian man was arrested and charged roughly $500 when he farted at a police officer. Police in Vienna didn't think it was very funny when the Austrian tourist broke wind loudly and intentionally directly in front of them. But just what kind of legal case is this? Is it illegal to fart in front of a cop? The police answered this question in a tweet, saying that of course nobody's going to get in trouble for accidentally farting. However, the Austrian man allegedly behaved provocatively with his fart. He was uncooperative with the police and then farted when he felt threatened. Maybe it was just a defense mechanism. Then again, maybe he did do it on purpose. In either situation, it's not as if the police were in danger. But still, they described him as letting go of a massive intestinal wind with full intent. The police also admitted that they don't like to be farted at. They charged the unruly gas passer with public indecency and made him pay a significant fine, hopefully dissuading him from any further aggressive flatulent antics in the future. Number 1. Guns at Disney. Since the beginning of 2020, over 30 people have been arrested for bringing firearms into Disney World. As of the time of this video, that's less than 2 years. And apparently it's getting worse. According to a report from the Orlando Sentinel, more and more people are bringing guns into Disney World each year, turning the happiest place on Earth into one of the more dangerous places on Earth. These people don't get arrested because they're allowed to wear their guns anywhere underneath their clothes. Disney World's strict policy against guns doesn't really stop these individuals from doing what they want. But just why on earth are so many people being arrested for carrying their guns into Disney World? Insider reported that it's been a result of the pandemic and political unrest. It may also have to do with a general unwinding of society and unraveling of people's mental states. To give you an idea of how alarming this is, only 4 such arrests were made in 2016. The amount of people walking into Disney World with handguns and other firearms tucked under their clothes has skyrocketed. To give you an example, a man was busted in October of 2020 for bringing an AR-15 and a handgun into the resort where he was staying at Disney World. When asked why he would do such a thing, he said he was scared for the safety of his family. Let that sink in. Scared for the safety of his family at Disney World.
So he bringing a gun inside of Disney World so people can actually be scared of him. That's crazy. These criminals, these people are nuts, okay? They do stupid shit, and then when they get arrested, then they wondering why. Why? That's crazy as hell. Hey, Adam. Hey, Scott Sauce Gaming. Thank y'all for coming in and stuff. Okay, y'all. So what y'all think about these crazy people doing all these weird crimes and stuff and just doing strange things? It's weird, isn't it? Very strange. But anyway, we're going to move on to our next topic, y'all. Let's go ahead and discuss. Let me take this off the screen because these people are absolutely nuts. Y'all don't forget to go subscribe to this person World List page, okay? Let me stop screen sharing. Okay, now we back to our normal chat section, you know. All right, so let's go ahead and go to this, y'all. So tonight we're going to talk about some signs that your significant other shows to let you guys know that he does not want you to have anyone else. Okay? A lot of people, not just men, but some women do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? You break up with them. They don't want you, but they definitely don't want no one else to have you. Okay? Point blank. So we're going to talk about that tonight real quick. Let me go ahead and find the article here. I got to find this, y'all, real quick. Wait a minute. Okay, here it is right here. So we're going to go over 13 signs he doesn't want anyone else to have you, okay? And I'm thinking that women do the same thing, okay? So this won't just apply to men, but women do the same thing, okay? So here we go. It says, it's no wonder that dating is so frustrating. Little people are straightforward enough with their communication to navigate relationships without having the do they or don't they dialogue in their heads. Okay. Tonight, we're going to talk about 13 signs he doesn't want anyone else to have you. Okay. Number one, he gives you all the attention until you fall for him. Okay? The man who doesn't want anyone else to have you will give you all the attention you could ever want until you fall for him. He will shower you with affection, but the second you are hooked, he loses interest and moves on. He needs the chase and the illusion, but once he has gotten you, he will move on to chase the next person. The hot and cold pattern is a mixed signal, but once it goes from hot to cold, the message is clear. He doesn't want to invest in the relationship. He only wants what he doesn't yet have. Point blank. Number two, he doesn't want to commit, but doesn't want you to date anyone else. He would like the relationship to be open on his side. He wants to continue to date, but he would like you to be exclusively his. He prefers that you not call him boyfriend or any other committed term, but he doesn't want you seeing anyone else. Okay? In fact, he might monopolize your free time to make it harder for you to date anyone else. But in his free time, he does whatever he wants with whomever he wants. You're not supposed to question it, but he inquires about who you are seeing. Okay? And he lets you know that he does not want you seeing anyone else. The next one, number three, he stalks you on social media. Despite being pretty specific about not wanting to make your relationship Facebook official, he's happy to stalk you on social media. He'll like all your pictures as long as they don't show any other men. He will engage just enough to let you know he's watching, but not enough that anyone will mistake his interest for being that of a significant other. He's watching your stories and sending you DMs, but otherwise, he's fine moving on with other people. He likes to stay in the loop as long as he can do so in a secretive manner. Okay? Okay. The next one, which is number four, he love bombs you when you show interest in someone else. You finally begin to get out from under his thumb and even show interest in someone else. You've met someone or want to meet someone, and he's immediately available to you again. In fact, expect him to love bomb you with enthusiasm to turn your attention back his way. Suddenly, you remember exactly why you feel for him. Take note, however, if you fall for him again and lose interest in other person, you will find that he ghosts or fades away just like he did before. He is only making himself available because he feels your shift in interest and doesn't want to lose it for himself. But at the same time, he's still seeing other people. Okay? The next one is he assesses your past relationships. He asks a lot of questions about your past relationship. It seems like he really cares and is interested in getting to know you. The truth is more complex. He just wants to know about the men you dated because he needs to assess your vulnerabilities and theirs. He can't be better than them if he doesn't know how they failed. He can't show up for you in the ways you need if he doesn't know what they are. This is an intel gathering, not an idle conversation. The next one, he doesn't like you to have male friends. He thinks all your friends are great as long as they aren't other men. He's far too jealous to be relaxed with you hanging out with men who are your friends. He's likely to crash your friend date or keep texting to keep tabs on you when you're out with them. The trust is not strong with this one. He hasn't committed to you, but he doesn't want anyone else getting a foot in the door. He's dating, but still keeps tabs on you. Okay, when I say he's dating someone else. Okay, but he still keeps tabs on you. Okay, he asks mutual friends about you, creeps on your Instagram or social media, and watches every single TikTok or YouTube shorts or whatever. He constantly is checking in even while posting loved up selfies with his new sweetheart. This is another clear sign that he doesn't want you, but doesn't want anyone else to have you either. He's keeping an eye on you in what you are doing and who you are doing it with. He's not even trying to hide it, okay? The next one, he pops into your DMs whenever you try to move on. Just as soon as you post your own loved up selfie, he pops into your DMs. In fact, every time you are in a full glow up mode, there he is, reminding you that he still exists and still has a hold over you. Every time you try to move on, he's quick to step up and show you a little attention. He might even play on your shared memories with a walk down memory lane or check in with you on a special date, just so you know he is remembered. It's very manipulative, but it often works. The next one, he's an overachiever in the bedroom. You may have noticed that the man who doesn't want anyone else to have you can be a bit of an overachiever. Overachiever in the bedroom. He's not saving up any of his skills for later. He's trying to impress you and keep you coming back for more. He's developed the skills he needs to keep you engaged in the relationship. He knows that luring you back in requires that he keeps the chemistry hot and heavy. He's bringing his A game so that you don't look for something or someone else to satisfy you. Next, he pulls you back anytime you try to pull away. Every time you get tired of his commitment ways, he makes a renewed effort to pull you back in. You're almost free, and suddenly he apologizes for those things he wouldn't even admit to before. He confesses his feelings. He even shares something particularly vulnerable that will have you feeling for him. You are being played. Every time you try to leave, he pulls you back in. But if you want to stay, he will leave. Every single time. He's interested in playing cat and mouse. He doesn't want to play house. He has no interest in the kind of relationship you want to have. But he's also afraid to lose you to someone who can give you what you want. He also dismisses committed relationships. This man has a carefully scripted argument about relationships. He can tell you why he doesn't support labels or the institution of marriage. It all sounds good and reasonable when he says it, and you believe him. Okay? The problem is that he tries to convince you to dismiss your desires for a relationship so he can have his cake and eat it too. He wants you on board with his no commitment philosophy because it works for him. Of course, he will want your side to be exclusive while he's the free spirit of the relationship. Basically, everything needs to be on his terms, and he continually dismisses the idea of relationships every time you bring them up. The next one. He's getting his needs met, so he dismisses yours, okay? This is an extension of dismissing committed relationships. He's a man who is getting his needs met. He enjoys the status quo. Your leaving would not be enjoyable for him. If you date someone else, that would be even more uncomfortable. His needs are being met, so he discounts yours. It probably hurts to realize that he's okay with you being unhappy, as long as he's happy with how things are going. He wants to have the experience of a relationship with you without the title, commitment, accountability, or responsibility. He wants to have an open door to come in and out of your life, and he doesn't want you to do anything as freeing as move on and fall in love with someone who will be all and right along with you. Okay, in other words, he just wants you to stay doing whatever he wants you to do with him. Don't get somebody else. He just wants you to sit there, wait on him, give him his cake and ice cream and everything else, and he can just do whatever he wants to, not making no commitments or anything. Point blank. There are a lot of men and women that are like that. The next one, he's jealous of the people you date. Another key factor of the man who doesn't want you dating anyone else is that he shows jealousy toward the people you date. If you have managed to break free of him enough to start dating others, you would notice that he can't quite cover his anger and jealousy. Does he play the role of the victim? That's pretty normal. He wants you to feel bad for seeing other people, even if he didn't want to commit to you. He needs you to feel like you're doing something wrong so he doesn't lose you, and no one else has you either. Now, so I just told you 13 signs of a guy who doesn't really want you, but he don't want you to have anybody else. So these are the things that you need to do when you see this type of individual, or if you're dealing with this type of man or even woman. Now, if this sounds like someone you know in or love, you need to decide where you should go from here. He's not sending you mixed signals. These signals are as clear as it gets. It's time to face the truth and make a decision with both eyes open. Okay? Number one, love yourself enough to move on. Because you know why? Why settle for someone who is not giving you the love, the attention, the desire, the dedication, the respect, the monogamous relationship that you want? Why settle for someone who can't give you these things? All he wants or she wants to do is take. You know what I'm saying? And do whatever they want to do. They don't want you to really be happy. They just care about what they want to be. You know, that's why they can do whatever they want to and try to make you feel guilty. Okay. Number two, take yourself to therapy to process the relationship. Number three, assign an accountability buddy who will help you cut off your relationship with him. You know, like a friend or something that would just basically help you stop dealing with this dude or chick. Next one, block him if he keeps trying to reel you back in. Easy said and done, okay? Block him if he stalks you on social media. Don't respond to his messages when he's in a relationship or when you are. Identify what it is you want for a relationship and then stick to your guns. Next one, be uncompromising in your boundaries. And the final one is learn to say no and mean it. Okay? The man who doesn't want anyone else to have you probably has legitimate feelings for you. He does care, but he's too immature and selfish to offer you the commitment you want. He might even love you a little, but not enough to stop doing the things that hurt you. If he truly loved you, he would want you to be happy, even if it's not with him. He wouldn't want you to be hurting. He would want you to have everything it is that you want out of life and in a relationship. A man in love is not going to treat you like the yo-yo he plays with only when someone else wants it. He will cherish you and let you know. Okay? Now, this was published on The Truly Charming. All right? I agree with this entire article, okay? A lot of times I think everybody is mostly guilty of this when we be in relationships, because I can recall dudes, back in the past that I may have dealt with that were doing something similar. They don't want you in the way you may want them. But at the same time, if you try to pull away from them, they play these little mind games. And then at the same time, they're out there seeing whomever they want to and think you're supposed to be dedicated to them. That's just not a happy life. That's not a happy relationship. For the other person, it might be, but not for the person that doesn't want that. So I definitely believe in, these reasons that they get, that these things that they told you to do in case you run into a person like that. I definitely believe that we should love ourselves. I always say that, because when you love yourself, certain things you're not going to put up with. Okay. And also you should have boundaries. You know what you want. You know what you're not going to do. You know what you're not going to settle for. Don't settle for it. No matter how long you was in a relationship with this person, or how good they may look, or how good they may be in bed, or whatever. If they are not giving you what you need in a relationship, there's no point of being in that relationship with that person. Okay, regardless of how good something is. Let's see. I don't know why people do these things anyway. If they don't want you, why play those games? And if you want, open relationship, how about being truthful and honest about it? You know what I'm saying? And say you want an open relationship. You can't expect a person to be monogamous with you and dedicated to you if you're not being the same way. Or if you want to break up, right, but as soon as you see this person hooking up with somebody else, you want to run back, act like you all into that person when you know you're not. You just don't want them to have nobody else. Who does that? And why would anybody think this person loved them if they're doing stuff like this? Especially if they're running back to you all the time, you know what I'm saying, running back and forth, and then they have other people on the side. You know good and well that person does not really care. They're just trying to get whatever they can get and eat their cake and ice cream all at the same time, point blank. Okay. Let's see what some of these people are saying right here, okay? Somebody said, this is terrible advice, laughing my butt off. This is how I got cheated on in an STD, I guess. Thank God for antibiotics. The thing is, when you read articles like this, like I just read out to you guys, you can use that as a framework. You don't really just do everything that the article tells you to do. You just basically take out what you want to use, and then you apply that to your life if it works for you. When I read articles, I don't never, hey, Scott Sauce Gaming, I don't never just look at an article and just do everything it tells me to do. You have to basically look at the article, weigh what they're talking about, and see if you can apply some of those things to your life. Because some of these things may not apply to you. You know what I'm saying? And some of these things may apply. It's just up to the person who reads this to see what works for them and then try that. You know what I'm saying? And whatever works for them, that's what they do. For me personally, I'm not going to deal with a dude like this point blank. Okay. If I'm done with you and you decide to come back and I try again with you, you got to act like you want me. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to be out here talking to somebody else or breaking up with me the next week. And then we get back together and keep on doing that cycle over and over again, because I'm not going to do it. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you start getting older, you should know that these are games. These are psychological games, mind games, period. Okay. And then plus the person is just really just taking advantage. Okay. Whether it's a man or a woman, running back and forth, acting like you want the person. And at the same time, you're seeing somebody else, but you don't want that person to see anybody else. You don't want that person to date nobody else or anything. You'll break up with that person and be done with that person, right? But as soon as that person gets someone else, then you run back. Why would any person say forget their new person and take that other person back? I don't understand that, because I don't think I could do that point blank. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I would do that. If I'm dating another guy and a guy that I used to date and we broke up, then he comes back, you think I'm going to dump the new guy? Especially if me and the other guy had problems, or if that other guy was doing that back and forth thing continuously. Why would I leave my new thing and go back to something that was a hot ass mess? So again, it's all about the person too, because if you're doing this, something got to be going on with you. Okay, if somebody's giving you signs that they're not really into you for real, or they're not monogamous, or they don't want the same things you want in a relationship, why would you say forget the new person you're meeting or you just met and then get back with this person that you was with before? Who cares if they run back? Tell them to run their ass back over there where they came from. Because if they couldn't do stuff the first time or the second time right, what's the point? What's the point? So for me, I don't see me taking a person back continuously if they are acting like they don't want me. And then even if they do want me, we're not going to keep on breaking up and getting back together 50,000 times. I'll do it a couple of times maybe, but not 50,000 times, because sometimes you may meet a person. Let's keep it real. Sometimes you meet people, right? And you guys may not really know each other like y'all should in depth or whatever. Y'all may break up. something happened, you break up, then you may get back together. You may do that a couple times. It just all depends on why you broke up, how your relationship was before, and if it can be mended, point blank. But if you do this with someone who is playing mind games, like I was just talking about in this article, there is no way I'm going to keep on getting back together with this person, because this person does not really want you. This person just does not want you to have nobody else. Also, this person just want his or her cake and ice cream. You know what I'm saying? They want the goodies and all that. But at the same time, they want to go out and have goodies from somebody else and keep you there. You know what I'm saying? You can't talk to nobody else. They get jealous because you talk to somebody else, but they can do whatever they want to. Who would settle for a person like this, whether it's a woman or a man? Who would settle for someone like this? Okay, you got to be insecure. You just have to be, because I don't see it. Once you know what you want in a partner, this is what you should be going for. If somebody does not supply this, then you just got to let them go, especially if it's like if you meet somebody and you really like them and the chemistry is there, but they may not have some of the qualities you're looking for, you may want to talk to them about certain things and see how that goes and then go from there. You know, but if they're not, for me, if I don't know a person, I just met them and they're not exactly what I'm looking for, it's for me, I just don't see no reason to keep it going on. You know what I'm saying? I just don't. I really just don't. There's got to be something there. Okay, whether it's the way they talk, smile, it's got to be something. And regardless of what's there, if this person, we get together, right, and then we break up, and then this person starts seeing somebody else, and then I'm thinking this person is free and, you know, free of me, and he's going on, moving on to somebody else. And as soon as I start talking to somebody else, then he want to come back. That's a no-no for me. Even if this person that I broke up with is stalking me and shit, you know, and just doing crazy stuff, I'm not even going to stand for that. Especially, you know, if I know this person likes to run back and forth and see other women or men or whatever the case is, I'm just not going to, in my case, other, you know, women. I'm just saying if you're a dude, wait a minute, let me see if I'm saying this right. In my case, yeah. And in your case, if you're a man, you know how what I'm talking about. I'm not saying, because I'm not bisexual or anything. I just said that like that because I know men and women watch my videos. I'm not just talking about men doing stuff. I'm talking about women or men. Okay, point blank. Let me clarify that one. All right. But so if that person keeps on running back and forth, but that person have somebody else on the side and just using you for sex or just when they're bored, there's no way I would take that person back. Point blank. No way. And when people do these things to me, it shows a lack of self-worth and low self-esteem. Because why would you put up with someone who just does not cherish you, point blank? And they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. I see a lot of guys that does this, okay? They will be with a woman, right? They break up, get back together, break up and get back together. But when they broke up, they're out dating somebody else. As soon as the chick that they used to date finds somebody else, then that other person, he wants to run back and act like, you know, he's all in love with her and he's going to be better. He's going to do this right. And he may do it for a couple of days or so, but he'd be right back to doing what he was doing before. You know what I'm saying? That caused the breakup. So to me, it's all a mind game. It's all just manipulation. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you know, they're using you. They're using you for whatever they're using you for, especially around income tax time. Okay? So crazy. But for real, especially around income tax time. A lot of people run back to people because they know they're trying to get that money. It's just point blank. So you got to be smart. Whether you're a man or a man or woman, you have to be smart. Can't be desperate for people. You know. Now, granted, I'm not saying, like I said before, a person you may be in a relationship, y'all done broke up and got back together, but y'all both are invested in each other. Just something that may not be clicking with you two, and you may need to talk about it, whatever the case. As long as there's no cheating involved and domestic violence and things like that, it's okay as long as you two are trying to work together to make the relationship continue. Okay, and y'all are dedicated to one another. I'm not talking about that type because again, sometimes couples have problems. You know what I'm saying? And they just can't get it right. You know, sometimes it takes a couple of times for people to get it right. You know, it's all up to you. This article is talking about people who do this and they're trying to manipulate you. You know what I'm saying? And they're just in for what they can get, and that's it. They don't want no commitment. They don't want no type of marriage or long-term relationship or anything. They're just basically keeping you on the side, doing what they want to do, getting your sex or whatever, or your money, and they still got somebody on the side, and they are never going to make you the one and only. That's what that article is talking about. Okay. So when you meet those types, you have to let them go because they're not going to really benefit you. See, like I always say, when you are meeting people, they always have to have a benefit. Okay. I don't believe in bringing deficits into my life. I only believe in bringing assets. No deficits, only assets. If somebody can add value to you, why even be with them? Why even be with them? You know, it's just like, things you buy. If it doesn't add value, what's the point of having it? So for me, I look at dudes the same way. If they don't bring value to my life, there is no point for me to talk to them. And when I say value, I'm not talking about financial. Okay. Okay, I'm talking about value as in, giving me the things that I want, need, I'm looking for in a relationship. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, the money thing and all that comes afterwards because you can have all the money in the world, right? But if your butt is disrespectful and you don't know how to talk to me and you don't know how to be in a relationship, I do not care about your money. Point blank. I don't care because I already know we're not going to last. I already know we're not going to work out. So what's the point? This is why I don't look at people money when I meet them. I actually look at other things when I meet a dude. I don't know. A lot of people may look at money, but when I meet someone, I look at, let's be real, I think most people look at looks first. Okay. I think most people look at looks first when they meet someone. Then after you look at the looks, you may look at the body and all that, their shape, if it's a female, even if it's a man, women, we look at the male shape, if they got a nice body, if they got muscles or just like a nice body, period. You don't have to have muscles to have a nice body. Just like women don't have to have a big ass to have a nice body or big breasts to have a nice body. So we look at the face and the body first. I don't care what nobody say. I know when you first meet people, you're looking at the face and the body first. Okay. That's what attracts you to that person. That's why you talk to them. Okay. And then when you look at that, then you start talking to them, then you may start looking at their personality. If you feel some type of chemistry when you talk to them, maybe you're looking at their smile or the way they talk or their voice tone or whatever the case is. That's what I look at. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking a lot of other people look at that too when they first meet people. So these are the things that we look at first. The money and all that stuff comes later. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to see how much money they got for real. Just because somebody drive a nice car and got on nice clothing, it does not mean they're financially stable, point blank. So that's why I don't look at all that stuff. I look at how a guy treats me, if he's respectful, if he's monogamous, and if he has the same goals that I'm looking for, and if he's mature and things like that. These are the things that I look at. And if he's well groomed, hey, Elisa, and things like that. So these are the things we look at when we say, at least when I say I'm looking for a guy that adds value to my life. Okay. The money thing, the job they work and all that stuff comes later. I'll see if we can get along for a second, y'all. I forgot I got my sweater in the dryer. I don't want it to shrink. Hold on. That's so warm. Feels so good. Ooh, I love that warm feeling. Y'all, when you I love taking clothes out the dryer, right? and then I put it around me, right? Because I like that warm feeling. And that's another thing too, y'all. When you meet somebody, you want to make sure they can give you that warmth that you are desiring. So crazy. Like this warmth, this sweater is given to me that I got out of the dryer. Yo, I got a migraine headache. I'm about to go take a Tylenol too. You watching a movie called The Collector? I think what is that movie about? I heard of that movie. I heard about that movie before, Elisa. But anyway, that's what it's all about, y'all. And so just make sure when you meet people, right, don't let them take advantage, okay? Don't be the type of man or woman that meets someone, y'all date, and then this person may break up with you, and then they just run it back and forth, just using you and not really providing you with the love, the affection, the respect, the dedication, the value that you're looking for, point blank, okay? Don't be like a lot of people be, okay? And that's what that article is talking about. Just being more secure, know your worth, your self-worth, whether you're a man or a woman, just know your self-worth and don't let people, partners and stuff or ex-partners take advantage of you and just use you up. Get somebody that will appreciate you, okay? Let's see what that movie is about, Elisa. A man who owes debt to his wife, so he breaks into a house. But before he got there, some crazy guys got there first and set traps all over the house, also there to target the couple. Okay. Sounds pretty good. I'm going to have to watch that. What you watching that on? Regular TV, cable, or the internet? Because I'm going to have to watch that. Oh, somebody said that's a narcissist. Okay. Yeah, that's a tripped out person. Y'all, they got so many recalls out here. Let me give y'all a list of these recalls real quick because it's so damn many. I have never in my life seen so many recalls. So now we can really do breaking news. Breaking news. All right. All right. So let me make sure this isn't our country. Okay, this is not our country, so therefore we won't be talking about that. All right. Let me just tell you some of these other recalls that we do have in our country. Okay. Let's see here. Today is what, y'all? Today is Wednesday, right? Okay, let's see. Let me see. Okay, number one, Fabuloso. I hope y'all don't be using that because I know a lot of people do. Because when I be doing my Dollar Tree hauls, a lot of people be asking me where to buy that for cheaper. But I don't like Fabuloso. Okay, but anyway, Fabuloso, 4.9 million cleaning bottles recalled because of bacteria exposure. So Fabuloso has recalled nearly 5 million bottles of the stuff, okay? That was announced today by Colgate Palmolive in the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission. Okay, let's see what they said. So Fabuloso's recall site warned of a risk of bacteria growth in the recalled products because a preservative was not added at the intended levels during manufacturing. The types of bacteria that could grow in the cleaning products is, y'all, I'm finna butcher this word, so therefore I'm gonna put it up here because I know what's getting ready to happen. So these are the bacteria that can grow from that. Okay, let's see. Pseudomonas. Pseudomonas. I think that's Pseudomonas. Let's see. Monas fluorescens. Let's see. Okay, that's one of them right there. Are you watching it on YouTube? Okay, no, you watching on the app called Tubi. Oh, it's on Roku TV. Okay. Okay, so that's one of them. Okay, one of the bacteria that can come from there. Okay, the other one is Pseudomonas Erigunasa. Y'all, I know this is not correct, but I'm just trying to tell y'all what these are. Okay, let's see. Pseudomonas. What the hell this is? Airy. I'm just gonna say some weird shit now, y'all. Okay, I forgot how I pronounced this before. So that's the second one. So if y'all got Fabulosa, stop using that shit. Okay. And that is commonly found in water and soil. So the type of bacteria that could grow in that cleaning product is Pseudomonas aeruginosa and Pseudomonas fluorescein. Okay, those two bacteria are commonly found in water and soil. Now they say people with healthy immune system probably won't be affected by being exposed to that bacteria. However, if you have a weakened immune system or external medical devices or underlying lung conditions, you could face a risk of serious infection that may require medical treatment. So if you have Fabuloso, do not use that anymore. All right. So they said 3.9 million of the bottles were never released for sale. However, 1 million bottles of that stuff was. Okay. And I know Dollar Tree be selling that stuff. Okay. They got these. Here's the storage. Okay. This cleaner is being recalled. The cleaner that is recalled was sold at Amazon. It was sold on Amazon, Dollar General, Family Dollar, Home Depot, Sam's Club, and Walmart. And it was sold between December the 16th, 2022 through January 2023. Okay. And it ranges from $1 to $11. Okay. And they said that customers can fill out a reimbursement request form to receive a refund. Point blank. This article came from Los Angeles Times. All right, y'all. And y'all know I say that name like that on purpose, like that. When I said Los Angeles, let me put my sweater over here. I'm gonna shrunk it. Okay, let me put it over here. Y'all know when y'all put a sweater in the dryer, you only can do it for a few minutes, otherwise it'll shrink. All right. So let me put that up here, and then I'm gonna give y'all the next recall. So if you got that Fabuloso from those stores, stop using it and fill out that form online, or take it back to the store you bought it at to get a refund. Point blank. All right. The next recall. Yeah, I didn't like Fabuloso. Somebody said the same thing. They said they tried this stuff one time and it didn't clean well. It's more water and perfume than a disinfect and cleaner. And that's probably why I don't like it. I don't like it at all. It's all oily and stuff. I just never like the stuff. Okay, so let me go ahead and go to the next recall. Let's see, where is the next recall? That's the same recall right there, Fabuloso. Let me see if this is the same one. I think this is the same recall. Let's see. Yeah, I think this is the same. Yeah, that's the same one. I had like 2 times I had it saved. Let's make sure that's the last one that came up today. I'm pretty sure they got a bunch of recalls. Oh, another recall is on cars. Let me tell y'all which one it is. Wait. Y'all, I got a straight up headache. I'm not going to lie. Let's see. I'm trying to find out where that recall is. Damn, I can't even remember where I found it at. Let's see. Wait, where's that recall at? Damn it. I'm trying to figure out where is it at. I got all this shit saved on here and can't even find it. Let's see. It was a car recall too. I'm trying to think. I know I gave y'all the other recall on cars. Maybe I was reading that from Uber or Lyft when they said all Dodge recall cars were being recalled or something. But anyway, I don't have that story, so we're not going to even cover that. But anyway, Let's go to the next one. But you know, you can always go online and check out the recall site, and it will show you all the current recalls. Okay. The next story is about this is sad right here. A black schoolgirl was viciously attacked by a gang as 10-year-old girl and 43-year-old man was arrested. So a white man and a 10-year-old child are among the gang of people who have been arrested following a brutal attack on a black schoolgirl in Surrey. Where is that at? Is this here? I don't know if it is or not. I think this is the Independent. This may be not be here, but I'm still gonna read it because it's stripped out. I think that's in London. Okay. So Surrey police launched an investigation after a girl was injured in an assault near Thomas Knevet College in Ashford on Monday. A video of the attack was shared on social media. Officers were called following reports of a fight around 2:30 p.m. 5 people were arrested in connection with the incident. Police said, I forgot to put my music back on. Where am I at? Including a 39-year-old woman, a 16-year-old girl, an 11-year-old girl, a 10-year-old girl, and a 43-year-old man. What the hell is wrong with these people? A sixth suspect, a 15-year-old girl, is being sought by the police and has been told to hand herself in for arrest. Okay, where am I at now? Officers said there would be an extra police patrol in the area. So a video of the incident was shared online. It shows bystanders failing to come to the schoolgirl's defense. The police have asked for people to avoid sharing the footage as the investigation is active. That's sad. So they also had a protest about the attack outside school on Wednesday. They ended up, the staff ended up closing earlier on Wednesday. Okay, so this did happen in London. So hopefully they will do something about this, because I keep on hearing stories like this going on over there in London. So yeah, that's a shame. And then you had grown ass people out there fighting this little bitty girl, which is sad. I told y'all, brown people have incidents no matter where they go, and that's just damn sad. And then you have people over there in London telling me that they don't have no type of problems, but every time I open up my phone, I get the news that something racial is going on. This is like maybe the 4th or 5th article I've seen about something similar happening. That's a shame. So I don't know. Like I said, it's a trip. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and go on to the next story. Prayers for that little girl who was viciously attacked too by that gang. That's sad. 43-year-old man doing all that. Okay. So anyway, here, this is talking about Offset. Offset. Not Offset, I'm sorry. Yes, it's Offset and Quavo. This is talking about that incident a little bit more in detail, okay? So amid reports of a disagreement between surviving Migos members, Quavo and Offset, that took place at the Grammy Awards on Sunday night, footage of Cardi B loudly attempting to break up a fight that night has emerged. And y'all probably already saw that on other people videos, on their channels, I mean. Sources say the argument took place before Quavo's performance during the show, during which he performed Without You, his tribute to bandmate and nephew Takeoff, who was fatally shot in Houston last November. While the backstage altercation was not caught on camera, Entertainment Tonight recorded audio of Cardi, who is married to Offset, yelling, "Both of y'all are wrong. This is not right." She is heard shouting, "Shut the F up because you shouldn't have been talking." Wow, there were no other voices or responses heard in the footage. And when asked if she had settled anything by a reporter, Cardi quickly deterred. "The only thing I settled was my outfit, honey." Before the footage was shared, TMZ was the first to report the alleged altercation between the rappers, prompting a Twitter response from Offset, who denied it. What the F I look like fighting my brother, he wrote. Quavo performed the tribute song Without You, which he shared sometime after Takeoff death last fall. Gospel group Maverick City Music joined Quavo on stage for the performance, which also featured a mashup of lyrics from the Wiz Khalifa and Charlie Puth song See You Again. Meanwhile, Cardi B was among the presenters enlisted for Sunday ceremony, where she presented the Best Rap Album award to Kendrick Lamar for Mr. Morality and the Big Steppers. Cardi won in the category in 2019 for her debut. I mean, what am I saying for her? Her debut, Invasion of Privacy. Okay, let's see. So what now? People don't have a right to have a disagreement. It's a shame these people never get a moment to themselves. That's what Denisha said in the comments section. Okay. Kat said, "It's what they get paid to do, be in the public eye, but I do agree with you. It's quite sad." Okay. Okay. Overzat said they need to get rid of the Grammys. It's got worthless to watch. Lady Glitter said Hollywood in the music industry is evil. The Grammys is just a show for them to express their evil ways and mockery toward God, Jesus, and call it art or stellar performance. It's devilishly clownery. Okay. All right. So somebody else named Step said Offset wanted to hit the stage. Quavo letting him have the same energy off before Takeoff pass. And you can believe Cardi has had her no English speaking stirring pot. Okay. Somebody else named King said, I wish Offset and Quavo start over and make it about Takeoff death than themselves. I get the group split, but put the money, pride, and disrespect aside. Agree to disagree and move forward. If they do, this will kill all the articles and news feed over the beef that the media wants to control. Make up and get the bags. All right. That was good. Okay, somebody else said this is a misleading headline. They did not see any backstage Grammy footage of Cardi B appearing to break up anything. Okay, somebody else said they saw it on World Star Hip Hop page 1. All right, y'all can go check that out if y'all want to see that. World Star Hip Hop page 1, where Cardi B is heard telling them what I just said she told them, point blank. And then somebody else said, who cares? Okay. Okay, this lady, Mel, say, maybe I need a second pair of glasses. No, she should have said she need a second pair of glasses or something. All I heard was Cardi's voice. I didn't see who she was arguing with based on the video. She could have been arguing with her damn stylist for all we know. Show us true video and not speculations. Okay. All right. All right, y'all. I haven't checked that video out because I don't really care, but y'all can go check it out. World Star Hip Hop to see what y'all think. Page 1. All right. The next one is that the next article is about, let's see. Do y'all remember I don't know if y'all ever watched the Real Housewives of Orange County? Well, anyway, do y'all remember that guy named Slade? Really nice looking guy. Well, anyway, his son died the other day. I think yesterday or something. He was 22 years old. Okay, this is what Slade. Y'all remember when y'all see him? Let me show y'all what he looks like. You remember when he was on Real Housewife of Orange County, and he was dating, I think her name was Joe, the younger chick. Let me show y'all him.
Hey, yo! We want to introduce you to the most amazing destination.
Wait, let's wait till this commercial go off. Wait.
Tel Aviv.
Let's wait till the commercial go off. Wait.
It's young. Sunny.
And then I'll show y'all. Let me let this commercial go off.
Tel Aviv beaches are the best. Tel Aviv and Jerusalem have the most amazing nightlife.
I remember his little son called Grayson when I used to watch that show before he got off of it.
See you here soon.
Oh, here he is. Wait. Let's see if it come on. Remember Slade, this dude right here? I don't know if that article gonna play because this thing is buffering. I told you T-Mobile, y'all sucks. Y'all remember him right here? Real Housewives of Orange County. When he was on there, that's his son, Grayson, who died. I think this was an earlier picture when he was like younger. That's who I'm talking about. And he was dating, at the time he was dating the lady on there named Joe. I think he was also dating someone else on there. I can't remember. But I remember him and Joe, the girl who was a little bit younger than him. They were dating at first. But anyway, his son was 22 years old. I guess he had an underlying health issue. So he had cancer in 2006. Oh, that's sad. And so that's what he died from, I guess. They said it was unexpected, as last week he had CSF, which is cerebral spinal fluid, drawn. It was taken from his shunts, and they adjusted the valve setting of his shunt, and he was doing much better. She added that he was still struggling with other health concerns when his heart stopped while at home. Oh, that's sad. See, I remember him when he was little because when he was on the show, it was a couple years ago. I can't remember when. And I remember seeing him when he was a little bitty boy on the show and stuff. And then I think Slade, I'm trying to think. I think Slade and Joe, I can't remember exactly because I thought they got a different show. I'm not sure. But I stopped watching the Real Housewife of Orange County because they was changing people up all the time. Is he still with Gretchen? I think he did get with Gretchen. I don't know for sure because I remember, I don't know, they may have gotten married, him and that lady, and had a baby. I don't know. Trying to see. He had brain cancer, y'all. He was diagnosed with brain cancer in 2006, just 3 days after he turned 6. That's sad, man. That's real sad when kids get cancer so young, man. When anybody get cancer, period, but when kids get it, it's really like very, very sad. Oh. He had a little thing on and everything, y'all. Yeah, that's sad. But my condolences to his dad and mom in my prayers. That's sad. I think it was 22 years old, right? 22 years old. So young. Slade. Okay, y'all. Let's see how long we've been on here. An hour and 23 minutes. Okay, let me see if any other article before we get off of here. Y'all, this woman right here was accused of beating her 8-year-old granddaughter to death. 72 years old. Can y'all believe that? Let's see. This lady need her butt beat. 72 years old. A 72-year-old woman was arrested in North Carolina this week for allegedly beating her 8-year-old granddaughter to death, authorities said. The woman, identified as Patricia Ann Ricks, was the child's legal guardian, according to the Nash County Sheriff's Office. The girl and several other siblings lived at Rick's home in the town of Nashville. That's sad, man. This lady beat her granddaughter to death. This is sad. 72 years old. Some people just do not learn and be old as heck. Let's see. She was taken into custody on Tuesday, and the woman now faces charges for first-degree murder and felony child abuse resulting in serious injury. She is currently being held without bail at the Nash County Detention Center and is due to appear in the county's district court for the first time on Thursday. Okay, let's see. So the sheriff's office received a call just after 4 p.m. that afternoon, reporting a deceased child at one of the area's local emergency room. The child had arrived at Nash UNC Healthcare ER with severe injuries to her head and throughout her body and had already died by the time she got there. That's sad because the young girl was living with Ricks. The investigation quickly led deputies and detectives to her Nashville residence, where it was determined that the 8-year-old juvenile was beaten so severe by the grandmother that she died from the injuries. This is sad, man. The other kids that lived in the home were placed in the custody of Nash County Social Services. They don't even know the motive why the grandmother beat her to death like that. That's sad. 72 years old, y'all. You would think somebody that old wouldn't even be able to do all that. Angel says she is too old to be raising any child, let alone plural children. Grandchildren are supposed to be visiting grandparents, enjoying the company of each other, then go home, maybe after a sleepover. Most elderly cannot handle all the running, jumping, fighting, etc. that kids do on a daily. This grandmother was totally wrong, and the circumstances could not have been ideal. Hope the other children are safe and get what they need. Love. Sorry, little 8-year-old girl, that you were treated this way. Look, I don't agree with everything this lady just said, because the thing is, this lady had to be abusive anyway, period. Okay, a lot of grandparents keep their grandchildren and have custody of them, and they are not beating their grandchildren to death. Okay, this lady was probably already abusive anyway. She probably was abusing her children. Okay, ain't nobody just gonna beat somebody to death like that if they didn't have it in them in the first place. Age don't have nothing to do with being a killer. Okay, you was probably already a killer, period. Because why would you be beating the crap out your granddaughter like that? 8 years old. 8 years old. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what this lady talking about. London. She says, some of you have cold and sick hearts. Hoping for someone else's suffering speaks to the moral fiber of your own character. Sure, this grandmother committed a rather foul act against her own blood, but there is one who will judge her, and may he have mercy on her soul. For the believers in Christ, that 8-year-old child is definitely in paradise right this moment. Pray that the Almighty God has mercy on those of you wishing evil on others. Okay. Well, somebody giving their opinion is not really judging. I really don't see no excuse for any person to beat a child to death. Certainly not a 72-year-old grandmother, point blank. It doesn't matter what, was going on. In my opinion, it doesn't matter. Okay, the child is 8 years old. It's your blood. Even if it wasn't your blood, why would you be beating a child to death? Point blank. So, we know God is the judge, okay, of all. However, if you do a crime like this, you certainly must pay the time, point blank. And there is no excuse for what she did. I don't care about her being 72. She should have did that. This little girl lost her entire life. And then where's the mom at? The parents, the dad and the mom. Where are they at? And my condolences to all that love this little girl. Okay. That's sad. And I hope her siblings are in a good foster home or whatever. This is going to be the final news article of the night, y'all, and then I'm gonna get out of here. So this is a tripped out little story right here. Okay. A protest erupted on Wednesday after a Philadelphia student appeared to spray paint another student's face black while making racist remarks in a video circulating online. According to CBS News, the Archdiocese of Philadelphia, I think I'm saying that right, of Philadelphia is investigating the racist video believed to involve students from St. Hubert Catholic High School for Girls. In the video, two students, one of which was in blackface, can be heard saying, "You're a black girl. Know your roots. It's February. You're nothing but a slave. And I'm black and I'm proud." One student continues to spray the other student face black as they are both seemingly laughing at their racist remarks per the video. And I'm not showing this video on here. If you guys want to see it, you can go to Twitter and you can watch it, okay? But anyway, that's what they did. They spray painted the girl's face, I guess, and start, saying the stuff I just said, which is a damn shame. Okay. Somebody said, proud parents, I'm sure. Why is she allowing someone to spray paint her face? There's so much not okay with this, but most will say, don't be so sensitive. Okay. KK said, throw them out of school and charge them with terroristic threats. Put them in jail and perhaps arrest the parents as well. I don't know if they should be doing all that, okay, but they should definitely be suspended or something like that, but not really thrown in jail and all this other stuff. Now they're going crazy, okay? And just let them know they shouldn't be doing this. Maybe give them a class about being, just more respectful, of things. And what's that other class you could take? Something sensitive, that class. Give them that class when people do things like this. Okay, somebody says she should be jailed and anyone else helping her. Hard labor for a year and parents fired for bringing up a child that doesn't care about other humans. No, I don't think they should be jailed. Okay, like I said, maybe talk to, maybe even suspended, maybe take a racial sensitivity class or something. I don't know, but definitely not jail. Come on now. And of course, let their parents know, which I'm sure they already know. Okay. I'm not going to read that one. We're going to thumbs down this comment. I'm going to thumbs up this one, though, because she may be true about that one. Okay. Okay, I'm not going to read any racist comments from neither race. All right. Somebody said, Beth said, so stupid. They have nothing better to do. Let's hope life humbles them and provides reflection. Okay. And Damn Dummy said, well, this is America. Nothing new or surprising here. Nothing can really solve this problem. Civil people just continue to love one another, I say in that case, right there with that little girl, them girls doing that, spraying black face and screaming that junk they were screaming, they really just need to probably be talked to, maybe suspended out the school or in school suspension. Clearly have a meeting with the parents and with the girls at the same time and go from there. I don't feel like they need to be arrested because it's just stupid what they did. That's it. I wish I could play it, but I can't. Let's see. Yeah, they was just pretending to be, I guess, black. And then they, one of the girls sprayed some black paint on the girl's face, I guess. Gave her black face. Then I guess she was running around saying, "You a black girl." One of them said, I guess one of them was saying, "You a black girl, know your roots. It's February, because Black History Month. You're nothing but a slave, and I'm black and I'm proud." And they said one student continues to spray the other student face black as they are both seemingly laughing at the racist remark, which is stupid. That's what they was doing. They was pretending to be black and then running around making those crazy comments. But again, I don't think they need to be in jail because they're kids, right? I think they just need to be probably in school suspension or out of school suspension. Probably in school suspension because they probably don't want to be in school anyway. So in school suspension and maybe some type of sensitivity class, and definitely have the parents and them in a meeting in the office because that's ridiculous. Okay, you don't do that. There was really nothing funny about that. Let me see if I can play part of it. I can't show y'all this video because let me show y'all. Wait, let me stop it right there. So anything in this video is protected by the Fair Use Act of 1976, which allows us to use information for educational, instructional, give our opinion, commenting, and entertainment purposes. Everything in this video is for educational and entertainment purposes only, and protected by the Fair Use Copyright Act of 1976. And of course, that disclaimer will be below. All right, so let me show y'all this video. And everything in these videos are allegedly, unless I tell you that it wasn't allegedly, okay? So let me show y'all this crazy little video, these little badass girls. Let me show y'all, wait. Wait, I ain't even got the damn video. Y'all am tripping, okay? I don't even got the damn video or the camera on, okay? Okay, wait a minute. Let me see if I can do this successfully without messing up.
It's February! Your mom is never letting anyone in. You're nothing but a slave. After this, you're doing my laundry. My food just takes this shit, bro.
They need their little ass whipped, really. Okay, let's keep it real.
My mom just texted me.
Now, how is that funny? You know what I'm saying? How is that really funny? Just tell me that. Yeah, like I said, their little asses need to be suspended. Okay. And they also need to take a one of those sensitivity classes. Okay. And honestly, the parents need to discipline them as well. Okay. Because that don't even make no sense. All right. That's why I had to show y'all the video, because it's better when you see the actual video so you can know what I'm talking about. But yeah, they do need to be disciplined. If I caught my children doing something like this, they would be disciplined. You know what I'm saying? I would take stuff away from them, point blank, and then we would have a little talk, because you can't go around doing stuff like this. And parents need to teach their children this is not cute. But I'm gonna tell you straight up, they're probably learning this from home. Okay, point blank. So again, I think that they should probably suspend these girls, whether it's in school suspension or out of school suspension. Of course, have them in the office, which they probably already did with the parents, and go over the incident and then go from there, because that's ridiculous. All right. What do you guys think? I know Elisa said cringe. Okay. I think that's going to be it, y'all. One thing, and this will be it, because I've been on here 1 hour and 39 minutes. Okay, so health experts warn us that French fries, mozzarella sticks, and onion rings can cause inflamed stomach. Okay, so let's see. So this registered dietitian and nutrition writer for Living Fit said that French fries, mozzarella sticks, and onion rings can often lead to stomach inflammation because of the oils that they are usually fried in. These oils have a high concentration of inflammatory fat, omega-6, and are low in anti-inflammatory fats. Okay, so that's why they say that those type of foods can cause stomach inflammation, amongst other things, because it also has like French fries and probably those mozzarella sticks. All of them are high in trans fat, and they said that the trans fat can cause and worsen inflammation. And they actually said mozzarella sticks is one of the worst foods you can eat for your metabolism, because it contains a significant amount of calories and fat along with the inflammatory nature of the ingredients, or inflammatory. I say that word wrong every time. They also said mozzarella sticks contain a high level of gluten and dairy. And of course, again, that's inflammatory, and it can lead to bloating and weight gain. They said fried foods also have excessive amount of saturated fat and calories. And they said it's unnecessary to eat those type of foods and can be avoided. They said mozzarella sticks are not worth the damage they do to your body over time. That's why I don't eat those things like that. I mean, I eat mozzarella sticks every now and then. Now they talk about onion rings too. Man, I'm glad I stopped eating those. Let's see what they said about that. They usually have 8 grams of saturated fat, 726 milligrams of sodium. Let's see what else. Yeah, what else? Okay. And again, they just said it causes inflammation, which can damage the blood vessels that supply the brain with blood. They also said that those onion rings are loaded with sodium. Okay, of course, sodium can increase bloating and water retention. So they say instead of eating French fries, mozzarella sticks, and onion rings, you are better off eating foods that is not fried with inflammatory oils. Instead, opt for unprocessed foods like whole grains, nuts, seeds, fruits, and veggies. Okay? And foods high in fiber. And they say if you want French fries or mozzarella sticks and onion rings, just make them at home and bake them. Or either bake them, or you can use an air fryer. All right, so yeah, that's it. All right, guys, that's it with the news articles and stuff. That's it with everything. I hope you guys enjoyed that video that I showed earlier on the dumbest and most strangest criminals that you could ever see. I mean, they got some worse ones online. You guys can check that out yourself. Also, thank you for listening to the article about the signs he doesn't want others to have you, but he don't want you himself. You know, he just don't want you to have others. And thanks for listening to those news articles as well. All right. Let me go through this little thing over here. Y'all, I'm kind of tired, so I'm talking like this tonight for real. Thanks to Misty for stopping by. Thanks to Love Always. Scott Saw Skating. Thank you. Thanks to Adam Fierce, who always check in too. Thank y'all. Elisa, thank you for coming by and staying here. Yeah, that was disturbing, Elisa. Thanks again, Missy, for all you do. Y'all don't forget to thumbs up this channel, this video. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the bell notification to be notified of my next video. And don't forget, if you watch this in the replay, to leave a comment. Thank you to everybody in the bushes, and thank you to everybody who's going to watch this in the replay. Y'all got to excuse me tonight because I'm kind of tired. Tomorrow I'll be back. I think I didn't get that much sleep last night. I think I got about 6 hours. So tonight I'm gonna make sure I go to bed on time. I was up watching Lord, his videos. I got to start going to bed earlier because I was up too late. I think I was up to like 4 o'clock in the morning. That's why I'm tired and stuff. But anyway, we'll try this again tomorrow night, same time at 7:20 Pacific time, which is 10:20 Eastern time. Other than that, guys, you guys have a good night. Have a happy Thursday, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, take care and blessings. Y'all, I'm getting ready to eat my hot wings. Good night, y'all.